A very warm welcome back to another video, guys. I shouldn't really say another video because it's been a very long time since I've done one of these, and I do apologize for my absence. Been a very busy time with moving house, placement with uni, at the hospital, flat out, lots of life events, but nonetheless, I'm going to try and get back to some regular content, some of the good stuff, and obviously, get back to all the questions that I've left unanswered in the comments, and I do apologize for not acknowledging those and getting back to you guys in due time. However, I could not ignore, and I'm going to start back with this one, which was Cam Wurf at Paris Roubaix 2023. It was just a few weeks, 2-3 weeks ago now. Basically did the Paris Roubaix and then ran a half marathon off the bike, which is certainly, unheard of. The Paris Roubaix is over 260 kilometers, many sectors of cobbles. And here's his ride on Strava, which we're going to analyze, and then we're going to analyze his run. So stay tuned for anyone who is interested. So Cam Wurf, So Bumpy It Hurts to Pee, a fantastic title for the Paris Roubaix. I think that only anyone who's ridden it and ridden these cobble sectors in a race can probably appreciate how true that would be. But 42.5 average kilometers, 84 per hour, I should say, 84 cadence, many calories, average temperature of 18 degrees Celsius, and an elapsed time of, or moving time at least, of 6 hours and 11 minutes, almost 1,500 meters elevation. Obviously, we didn't get any power or heart rate data, which is, obviously not the best for a proper analysis. But you can just see here, obviously, he was doing his, I've got to stop saying obviously, he was doing his, work for the team especially in the first half of the race, and then probably backed off and really just got to the finish, made it inside the time limit. So you can see here that it is a very fast start to the race. They were averaging over 50 kilometers an hour for much of the first kind of few hours, I guess, which is super fast. And then it slows down here. There are more cobbles in these last sections or final kilometers, but he certainly slowed down quite a bit. However, still an incredible, performance to get through and finish, because he came through in about 128th position, 22 odd minutes behind Mathieu van der Poel, who won it in over 45 kilometers an hour, almost 46 kilometers an hour, upwards of that. And, many DNFs, a few riders outside time limit. So just to even finish this race is incredible. But, he did the work for his team, and that did pay a price, because he had to drop back for one of his teammates, maybe 100 odd so kilometers into the race, and try and drag him back onto the pack. And then, a lot was going on at the front of the race, and he ended up, I guess, missing the front end, or at least those front few pelotons or groups, and then kind of got to the finish in the end as best he could. But nonetheless, finished the race, an incredible performance. And what's even more impressive is that what he did next. And I'll wait for this to load, and we'll go and have a look at his run off the bike. So here's Wurf Strava. Definitely a good one to follow for any triathletes, Ironman triathletes. And we will need to go back to, so here's Hell of the North. Oh no, sorry, that's who he rode with. Yeah, so Bumpy It Hurts to Be. You can see some of the other guys he rode with, and their times as well, 5 hours 50, 5:58. But nonetheless, here's the run. Great title again, Sunday Brick Run. 21.21 kilometers, so a half marathon, 1 hour 26:55, 4:06 minutes per kilometer K pace. An average power here of 309, and I'm assuming that that's going to be with his just an estimated power, but that's all right. You can see the pace here, cadence, and we can go through his pace analysis and his individual time splits. So he takes off in a casual 4 minute 14 minute per kilometer pace, and then builds up, running pretty much bang on, just under, just over 4 minute per kilometers from, 3 kilometers in, all the way through till, 18, 19 Ks, and then backed it off a little bit at the end. But to do this after such a big race is, I guess it's unheard of. These guys are finishing this race absolutely at the ends of their wit, just lying down dead, ready for a nice big bowl of chips and steak and a few beers maybe, and then probably a week or so of recovery. Cam Wurf just runs a lazy half marathon off the bike at a 4:06 minute per kilometer pace. And what did he average for his heart rate? It's not, didn't have a heart rate monitor on, but that's all right. Nonetheless, so not a whole lot to really analyze there. So it would have been nice to have some data, a bit more data, but nonetheless, you guys get the picture. Just psychotic. And for anyone who thinks that triathletes are soft or it's that you don't do crazy things, he just raced in Paris Roubaix, did the work for his team, got through, finished within the time limit, and then ran 21.21 kilometers off the bike, which is pretty crazy. And he did that run at 19:35. So that's going to be 7:35 p.m. So 7:35 p.m. he finished the race at, usually these races don't start early morning, they start around midday. So the race started at 11:08. So an hour before midday. He's done a 6 hours 11, so that's going to put him at even 5:30, and then at 17. So then at 2 hours later he's run the half marathon. So just a training day for Cam Wurf. And he then did a few other races. I guess he'll be racing Ironman Nice World Championship later in the year, and hopefully trying to get a spot for that at one of the upcoming Ironmans. We just have currently Ironman Texas, so I'll hopefully do some more in-depth Strava analyses, because a lot of these guys will be running power. We'll get some data, and it'll be very interesting to see. We've got Blumenfeld, Eden, Joe Skipper. We've got Sam Laidlow's first race back off his Kona performance from last year, his first Ironman back, I should say. So it will be very interesting to see what goes down at Texas and who qualifies for the World Champs. Hopefully do some reviews of that. Sorry about the sound quality of this video if it was a little bit average as well. I don't have my microphone here, and the laptop is always making a racket. But nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know what you guys think of Cam Wurf's performance or endeavors and or adventures, I should say. And yeah, hopefully I'll get back to some of the comments. And again, apologies for the absence from the channel. So take care, guys. Hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you all in the next video. A very